Good morning. We are continuing our look this week at people who are doing good as an inspiration to us to do good. I shared with you at the beginning of the week that Paul was writing to the Philippians and telling them to help out, to help two women who were at odds with one another, and we now are called to do good in a society, in a culture, in a world that is divided by partisanship and bitterness. We are called to do good. Paul tells the Galatians to not grow weary in doing good. And it can be easy sometimes to grow weary in doing good. So the story today I want you to see is a story of a woman who knew that doing good was going to cause her to grow weary, but she did it anyway. It's the story of Sister Stephanie Balega. I think you're going to enjoy it.
One nun in West Humboldt Park is trying to break stereotypes and breaking records to raise money for rising food needs during this pandemic, and she's doing it all from her treadmill. CBS 2's Marissa Parr has the story.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty bad, but we're doing great.
Bad but great. That's one way of feeling after running 26.2 miles in Sister Stephanie Balega's shoes.
The neighbors would be like, I heard about that nun running the marathon over there. So yeah, I'm like, they're like, that's me.
Sister Balega is used to running. She's been doing it her whole life. But today, her usual marathon was a little different.
This is for us.
Standing on a treadmill flanked by nuns in face masks, holding phones next to Sister Balega to live stream over Zoom.
Yeah. Celebrating that year with us.
An idea they came up with just weeks ago after the Chicago Marathon was canceled due to COVID.
And she said, I could raise $80,000. I came back to her and said, you're serious? And you gotta do it big. She's like, okay.
But the hardest marathon of her life on the treadmill was also the most important one.
There's no way I would have been just like getting on a treadmill and running a marathon and for no reason.
The entire time, she had the mission of Our Lady of Angels, or Mission OLA, on her mind.
I'm helping to run the project, and I don't want any more delays.
In West Humboldt Park, the neighborhood has been plagued by the virus, unemployment, and social unrest.
We were the only real place you could get food in our direct neighborhood for a week. So we've been serving 3 times as many people as normal.
So knowing what every dollar and every mile was fundraising,
I was in a lot of pain at like mile 23 or 24.
she pushed through, but not without a little help from surprise guests.
Including the marathon. Disney.
And now her own childhood hero gets to watch Sister Balega break a Guinness World Record for the first female to record a marathon on a treadmill.
Big day here at Iowa Street, yeah.
Sister Balega says she's raised over $92,000 for this fundraiser alone, which not only goes towards raising money for food, but finishing renovations for this building, which will also offer housing. Reporting from West Humboldt Park, I'm Marissa Parr with CBS 2 News.
So this week I have shared with you a couple of stories about weddings and now a couple of stories about running. My favorite part of that story is where Sister Stephanie says, I just couldn't wait anymore. COVID apparently had stopped them fundraising for their mission, and it was starting to compromise the mission's goal and the mission's mission. And so she did what she had to do. As her friend said, she went big in order to do what she needed to do good for the residents and the people in her town. Hers is an inspiration for us to not grow weary in doing good, but instead to make sure that we are doing good. Sometimes going big, you don't necessarily have to run a marathon, but make sure you do what you need to do this day to be a helper to do good. Let us not grow weary in doing good, and we know that we don't have to grow weary in doing good because God is with us. Amen.